As millions of people around the world prepare to celebrate Diwali, the Festival of Lights, political leaders from across the globe are extending their warm greetings and embracing the universal message of hope, unity, and the triumph of good over evil. From the corridors of power in Washington to Downing Street in London, this ancient Hindu festival is being recognized not just as a religious observance, but as a moment that transcends cultural boundaries and speaks to humanity's shared aspirations. Britain's Prime Minister Keir Starmer has taken center stage in the UK's Diwali celebrations, demonstrating a remarkable commitment to multicultural engagement that goes far beyond mere political tokenism. His approach to this year's festivities reveals a sophisticated understanding of soft power diplomacy and the importance of cultural bridges in strengthening international relationships. Starmer's Diwali message carries particular significance given his recent diplomatic engagement with India. The Prime Minister has been keen to highlight his personal connection to the festival, recalling how he lit a diya in Mumbai during his October visit to India. This symbolic gesture wasn't just ceremonial theater, it represented the deepening ties between Britain and India at a crucial moment in both nations' histories. Wishing Hindus, Jains, and Sikhs across Britain a joyful and peaceful Diwali and Bandi Chhor Divas, Starmer posted on social media. Earlier this month, I lit a diya in Mumbai as a symbol of devotion, joy, and renewed bonds. As we celebrate this festival of lights, let's keep building a Britain where everyone can look ahead with hope. The timing of Starmer's message is particularly noteworthy. His government has been working to strengthen the UK-India relationship through various initiatives, including trade agreements and the Vision 2035 partnership framework. The cultural diplomacy displayed through Diwali celebrations serves as a complement to these more formal diplomatic and economic engagements. What makes Starmer's approach distinctive is his willingness to engage with the Hindi language itself. During his joint press conference with Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Mumbai, Starmer concluded his remarks by saying, "Diwali ki shubhkamnaएं," extending Diwali greetings in Hindi. This linguistic gesture, while simple, carries profound symbolic weight in demonstrating respect for Indian culture and language. The visual presentation of Starmer's Diwali engagement has been equally thoughtful. Photographs show the Prime Minister holding a plate of diyas at 10 Downing Street, with his official residence beautifully decorated with marigold flowers and traditional Rangoli patterns. These aren't just photo opportunities, they represent a deliberate effort to bring Indian cultural traditions into the heart of British political power. But Starmer's Diwali message extends beyond diplomatic niceties. His emphasis on building a Britain where everyone can look ahead with hope speaks to broader domestic policy objectives around inclusion and community cohesion. The UK's significant Hindu, Jain, and Sikh populations represent not just electoral constituencies, but integral parts of British society whose cultural celebrations deserve recognition and celebration. The international dimension of this year's Diwali celebrations reveals the festival's growing global significance. U.S. President Donald Trump's message demonstrates how American political leaders are increasingly recognizing the importance of engaging with diverse religious and cultural communities. Trump described Diwali as a timeless reminder of light's triumph over darkness and good's victory over evil, adding that as millions of citizens light diyas and lanterns, we rejoice in the eternal truth that good will always triumph over evil. His message emphasizes unity, hope, and what he calls the enduring power of goodness. The American president's engagement with Diwali reflects the growing political influence of Indian Americans and the broader South Asian diaspora in U.S. politics. With significant populations in key swing states, these communities represent an important electoral demographic that politicians ignore at their peril. The British royal family's participation in Diwali greetings adds another layer of institutional recognition to the festival's significance in the UK. Buckingham Palace's message, shared across all royal social media platforms, wished a very happy Diwali to everyone celebrating the Festival of Lights in the UK and around the world. This royal endorsement carries particular weight in a country where the monarchy serves as a symbol of national unity and continuity. By embracing Diwali celebrations, the royal family signals that Indian and South Asian cultural traditions are not foreign impositions, but integral parts of modern British identity. The opposition's engagement with Diwali celebrations reveals how the festival has transcended party political boundaries. Conservative Party leader Kemi Badenoch hailed what she described as the celebration of light over darkness, hope over despair, and the power of family, community, and faith. Priti Patel, the Indian-origin shadow foreign secretary, added her voice to the celebrations, saying, "Wishing a very happy Diwali to all those celebrating the Festival of Lights in the UK, India, and around the world. May this Diwali bring blessings, peace, and prosperity to everyone." This cross-party engagement demonstrates how Diwali has become embedded in British political culture, with leaders from across the spectrum recognizing both its cultural significance and its importance to their electoral strategies. The diplomatic dimensions of this year's Diwali celebrations extend beyond individual political messages. The UK High Commission in India organized elaborate celebrations, with embassy officials wearing traditional Indian clothing and creating rangoli patterns at the High Commission premises. UK High Commissioner to India Lindy Cameron expressed excitement about celebrating her second Diwali with my amazing team at the UK High Commission in India. She noted that this year's celebration was extra special given the recent diplomatic engagements, including Prime Minister Modi's visit to the UK, Starmer's visit to India, and the signing of various bilateral agreements. These diplomatic celebrations serve multiple purposes. They demonstrate respect for local customs and traditions. They provide opportunities for cultural exchange between British and Indian officials. And they create positive publicity for UK-India relations among Indian audiences. The international reach of Diwali celebrations extends beyond the UK and US. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese highlighted what he called Diwali's universal message of positivity and renewal, while Dubai's ruler Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum conveyed warm wishes to the Dian community in the UAE. This global engagement with Diwali reflects several broader trends in international politics. First, it demonstrates the growing influence of the Indian diaspora in countries around the world. Second, it shows how cultural diplomacy is becoming an increasingly important tool for building international relationships.
My home has been broken into, my files have been ransacked, somebody has been put in my office by a hostile state, and two parties are playing politics with it. This is national security of the United Kingdom, and yet here we have two individuals seeking to extract information from us. And the government's response is not, as mine was, do everything you can to make sure the prosecution works, but no, process. Well, who the hell's side are you on? This isn't about the bureaucracy, this is about leadership. We're not sent here to be civil servants, we're sent here to lead the country and to make decisions.
Get in there, Tom, that's my boy. Go on, son. But he's absolutely right. When he asks the question, James, whose side are you on? It seems to me it's never the side of Britain.
No, you're dead right. And I'm afraid that is the case with a lot of our enemies. You know, you mentioned about this horrible decision in Birmingham about not letting Jews in to come and watch a football match. Whose side are you on? People, older viewers and listeners will remember that question in the 1970s, you know, who governs Britain? I think the question these days is, as you say, in whose interest is Britain being governed? And our enemies are, unfortunately, quite smart. They know.
Third, it reveals how religious and cultural festivals are being recognized as opportunities for promoting values of tolerance, diversity, and inclusion. The Indian High Commissioner to the UK, Vikram Doraiswamy, emphasized these themes in his video message, highlighting Diwali as one of the central elements of the festive calendar in India that is celebrated across all communities as an opportunity to bring together families and friends. Doraiswamy's emphasis on sustainability and inclusiveness reflects contemporary concerns about environmental responsibility and social cohesion. His message that Diwali should be sustainable not just purely in the environmental sense with the use of renewables in our lights and displays, but also in terms of ensuring that you make it sustainable by bringing together all communities, speaks to broader challenges facing multicultural societies around the world.
Can I thank her for raising that on behalf of Fiona, and let me give Fiona and the House my answer, Mr. Speaker, because the grooming scandal was one of the worst scandals of our time. Women and girls were abused and exploited by predatory gangs of men, and survivors have been ignored for many years, including by the state that, of course, is supposed to protect them. My vow to Fiona and them is that this national inquiry will change that. I do acknowledge that in recent days some members, including Fiona, have decided to step away from the panel. I say this, Mr. Speaker, should they wish to return, the door will always be open. But even if they do not, we owe it to them and to Fiona and to the country to answer the concerns that they have raised. The inquiry is not and will never be watered down. Its scope will not change. It will examine the ethnicity and religion of the offenders, and we will find the right person to chair the inquiry. I can tell the House today, Mr. Speaker, that Dame Louise Casey will now support the work of the inquiry, and it will get to the truth. Injustice will have no place to hide.
The practical celebrations of Diwali across the UK reveal both the festival's popularity and the challenges of organizing large-scale cultural events. The city of Leicester, renowned for having one of the largest Diwali celebrations outside India, faced difficulties this year with safety audits leading to scaled-back events and the cancellation of traditional fireworks displays. Despite these challenges, Leicester's Diwali celebrations centered around a 110-foot-high Ferris wheel called the Wheel of Light, positioned on the famous Golden Mile at Belgrave Road. The area was closed to traffic and illuminated with thousands of colorful lights, demonstrating how local authorities are adapting to ensure celebrations can continue safely. The broader significance of these global Diwali celebrations extends beyond immediate political and diplomatic benefits. They represent a form of soft power projection that helps build long-term relationships between countries and communities. When political leaders embrace cultural festivals like Diwali, they're not just acknowledging diversity, they're actively participating in the creation of more inclusive national identities. For countries like the UK, with significant South Asian populations, this cultural engagement serves domestic policy objectives around community cohesion and integration. When the Prime Minister lights diyas at Downing Street or speaks Hindi phrases at international press conferences, he's sending a message to British citizens of Indian heritage that their cultural traditions are valued and respected at the highest levels of government. The economic dimensions of Diwali celebrations also deserve recognition. The festival generates significant economic activity through the purchase of decorations, sweets, gifts, and clothing. Restaurants, shops, and event organizers all benefit from the increased spending associated with Diwali celebrations. Political recognition of these festivals therefore serves economic as well as cultural purposes. Looking ahead, the global embrace of Diwali celebrations by political leaders suggests that cultural diplomacy will continue to play an important role in international relations. As the world becomes increasingly interconnected, the ability to engage authentically with diverse cultural traditions becomes a valuable diplomatic skill. The success of this year's Diwali celebrations, despite various logistical challenges, demonstrates the resilience and adaptability of cultural traditions in the modern world. From the White House to Downing Street, from the Emirates to Australia, the message is clear. The Festival of Lights has become a truly global celebration that transcends national boundaries and brings people together around shared values of hope, renewal, and the triumph of light over darkness. As millions of families gather to light diyas, share sweets, and exchange gifts, the political recognition they've received from leaders around the world serves as a reminder that cultural diversity, when properly celebrated and supported, strengthens rather than weakens the fabric of democratic societies. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more analysis of how cultural diplomacy is reshaping international relations, check out our other videos. And if you want to stay updated on the latest developments in UK politics and international affairs, be sure to subscribe for more in-depth coverage and breaking news.